I woke up at 7 AM this morning. I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's something to do with the Red Bull last night. But the fact I've been doing it for the last 2 weeks is just insane. It might even be the sunlight. So have you heard about the new iPhone problem? Apparently if you grip it like a normal iPhone, it loses all reception and signal. That's absolutely bizarre. You thought they would have tested something like that. So it looks like I'll be sticking with the trusty 3GS for the time being. Just walking into town at the moment to check how much money I haven't got in my bank. And if I'm feeling up to it, we might go visit a waterfall later. One in Wales in a town called Swansea, about 50 miles west down the M4. Unlike me though, Bev hasn't been waking up at 7 AM in the morning, so she has to wake up first. This video's no good with sunlight behind me really, is it? Let's turn around. That's much better, but I'm not walking in that direction, I'm walking in that direction. Let's have a look at the skank down Newport today. After living in Garstang for a year and prior to that Winchester, you can't blame me for thinking such things. Anyway, enough disrespect, this is my bank. Mr. Bank said I was very poor. It's slightly worrying considering I'm going around Europe in 2 weeks and I haven't got any money to fund it. Nah, I'm only joking, I'll manage, I'm sure. Meanwhile, it's time for cake. Hey, can I get one of them cream donuts? It's much nicer walking back in this direction. I'm heading off to the library. The library in Newport is in a place called John Frost Square, which is here. It's that big building up there. There's an art gallery there too. And in it, it's got loads of details about places to visit in Wales. So I'm going to check out this waterfall, see if they've got any pamphlets. There we go, loads of information. That's the one. Here's a map of Wales. That's where we are. And that's where Swansea is. So it's called Aberdulais Falls. Huh. I've got to pay £4 to get in. I'm sure Bev and Gemma will enjoy it and they'll come along too. But before that, it's World Cup betting time. And I'm going to place a quid on an accumulator like I did yesterday that didn't come in. I'll go into this betting store, Betfred, nice little bookies. Well, there's a list. I'm never going to get that right, those 4 matches on today. They're all placed, the best way to waste a quid. It's breakfast time! Bloody hell, they make a racket, them builders. Hey, I've got to do this mention for Tom. You know Tom Chilton, who lives with us? He's gone back to York at the moment to be with his mum and stuff for the summer holidays. And she's bought him a present for his 21st birthday. He's off to Vegas today. Lucky little git! I am green with envy. I know you won't watch this, Tom, but I've been to Vegas 4 times myself. And I've got a few recommendations for you. For a nice cheap Texas Hold'em game, go to O'Shea's. For a really classy one, go to the casino room in the Caesars. It is absolutely glorious. I know Tom likes his poker, you see. And Tom, whatever you do, stay off the roulette. I'm going to walk through the countryway to get back to Opal today. Rather pleasant, in the middle of an urban city. Hello, babe. I was going to go and have some breakfast. I'm starving. I haven't had anything to eat yet. Hey, babe. Shall we go there? Yes. So I've persuaded the girls to come along to the waterfall. Here comes Gemma with the Red Bull. That's not a good idea, Gemma. You know what happened yesterday. Yesterday I had way too many of these and it messed me up a little bit. Click the link to find out. We're all going on a trip into Wales. But Gemma doesn't know where yet, we kept it a secret. Are we there yet? No. Hurrah, we are here. I'm just reversing into my parking spot. We're going to see a waterfall.
Right.
Yeah, here we are at Aberdulais Falls. Look like that or something. It's very pretty here. Today I did bring my camera, but the girls brought theirs.
Apparently the £4.40 tickets we bought to go and look around here gives us access to look at movies and lots of little museum bits and pieces. But we just want to see the waterfalls, if you know what I mean.
Look how gorgeous and clear that water is. Wow. Oh, that's quite gorgeous. The waterfall's just over there, look. Surprised! Oh wow, this reminds me of Canada. When I travelled around Canada a few years ago, I went to loads and loads of waterfalls and some of them looked a lot like that. Babe, I'm not being funny, but you've got £3,000 worth of camera down there and you're using a friggin' iPhone to take a photo. It's nice they've got little pathways and walkways for people to walk around, but I would much prefer to be going over rocks and doing rough terrain. Oh wow, it's loud and noisy!
It's not quite the Niagara Falls, but we are in Britain, where everything's slightly smaller than Canada and America. They're taking photos and such like. It's probably a bit too sunny to get the cotton wool effect on waterfalls at the moment, but Bev's shooting down into the shade and she's got 2 polarisers on the end of her lens.
So with a bit of luck, she should get exactly what she needs. How about you, Tremlett Pants? Get any good photos?
Probably not.
No.
So, the reason why I haven't got my camera out and I'm not taking photos of waterfalls, well, there's a story behind that. So a few years ago, I travelled Canada from the east to the west, Prince Edward Island to Vancouver, and during that time, I took thousands and thousands of photos of different waterfalls, colours, shapes, sizes, speeds, densities, quantity of water. Stunning time. And it was my plan to return to England with all those photos of waterfalls and create a panel of 15 images which I could submit to the Royal Photographic Society as my associateship panel. I can tell you I spent a couple of months doing it, getting them printed, mounting, make sure I'd pick the right photos, making a really tough edit to do this. So I turned up at the RPS in Bath on the day of the associateship judging. Around halfway through the selection, my panel of 15 went up and there was quite a gasp in the audience. Everybody seemed to like them, even the judges seemed to think so too. But one of the more respected judges, a guy called Paul Foley, looked at the images and he shook his head and he said, I don't know what this guy's trying to do here. And him saying that influenced the other judges, which included Tim Rudman, and they rubbished it. They actually knocked it down, 4 fails, and it failed, and I didn't get my RPS that time. I nearly gave up photography. You see, looking back, there was nothing wrong with my images. I'm still quite proud of them now, and they're nice, and they sell very well. But it was cliche. However, exactly 1 year afterwards, I resubmitted a panel of 15 images on graffiti locations around the world in very colourful prints and mounts. That one, because it was so very different, happened to be the only one of the day that passed unanimously. So I did get my associateship in the end.
And that is why I don't take photos of waterfalls anymore. Hi Bev. Have you got any good photos yet?
No, shall we go though?
Oh yes you have. Come on.
It's really beautiful, really stunning down here. It's like a little blue lagoon. Although, you know, I'm not sure I'm meant to be down here, so I better get back up the other side of the fence.
Up there somehow. Oh God, how did I get down? Back up with the girls. I promise you I didn't go down the bottom, the other side of the fence and climb down to the bottom of the waterfall, I promise. Let's have a little look at what the naturey Bev is taking photos of. Ah, that's pretty. We should have brought a picnic, really. The girls have finished taking photos now, so we're going to head back. Maybe get a cup of tea. Sad to leave.